I don't know. I'm still a bit iffy about. Okay, you know what? This is fine.
Okay,
This is
watch
fine.
it back
Yeah,
and
yeah,
see
yeah.
how it
It's okay.
looks.
No, I think let's just keep it at this and leave it. Okay. So, hi guys, welcome to the second episode of this podcast series. And today I have here with me some of my friends. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Rhea.
Hi, I'm Fatima.
And yeah, my name is Farron, by the way, if you guys haven't already got that. But so for today's episode, the topic is going to be moving on. And I mean, before that, how's your guys' week been? How's the start to the semester?
It's been okay. I'm already behind.
I'm really behind. How about you?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. It's just like too much to do already. It's only the second week.
Yeah, it's been a pain. Do you guys? I don't know. You're doing 6 courses, bro. I don't know how you're doing it. Like,
It's just another form of moving on.
that's a good way to put it. No, I'm doing 4, and I have like just felt such a relief, and like the world is like healing in my mind. Like birds are chirping, the sun is shining. I'm just so happy to have like 4 courses because I haven't really had this before. And I mean, you're doing 5, which is still a lot. Like in Eng, if you're doing straight up 5 Eng courses and like 6, yeah, you guys are gonna go through some mental pain. But you know, we'll have this podcast to relax every now and then. Okay, before that, what are you guys' MBTI? Like, do you guys want to talk about it a bit? Let's just dig into it. Yeah, you can go
Yeah.
first.
I'm ESFJ. I think that suits me. I'm very extroverted, and I'm like the host kind of, and like the take carer. Yeah,
100%.
I think it's like 85% accurate for me. I'd say. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mine, it like one time I took it, I got INFP, and the other time I got ENFP, so I had to take it a third time to see which one I actually am. But like I think it suits me really well too. Like the INFP one is like mediator, and the ENFP is campaigner, and it's like, oh, you have like really high standards for your friends, like you like to help people out, like give advice and stuff, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, that describes me very well.
What are people like in your list that you think are like similar to yours? Do you guys remember any? Like, I know you're like really into Friends.
Oh yeah, I think I'm like Monica, which I think is really true. Like kind of like the
100%.
host and the energy,
The mom.
the mom
The
kind of
mom of the group,
vibes. Yeah, exactly.
Guys, if any of you guys are like a Chandler, you know where if you guys get the Chandler type vibe, you know where to look for. You know where to look for. And yeah, how about you?
I don't remember who was in mine.
Oh,
Do you remember?
Yeah, I
I think
remember.
you showed me.
It was like Johnny Depp, Shakespeare, Vincent Van Gogh.
Yeah.
Oh, Zuko.
Zuko.
I'm so much like Zuko.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Katara.
actually, Zuko was like 2 personality. Like his like character analysis was like ISFP and INFP, so it's kind of like split. But I do see that. Yeah, I do see that. There's Paul Rudd. Oh, I love Paul Rudd so much.
Oh,
Inigo Paul Rudd. He's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
So yeah, his character in Friends, Mike, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
Mike.
yeah, Mike.
Okay. So,
And
yeah.
you're like Phoebe, so that
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go.
I don't know if I see the Phoebe though. Like I think.
I see the Aang.
Oh, I see the
Aang,
Aang. Yeah,
for
that's really
sure.
sweet.
makes
Fight the Fire Lords. Oh, and you like Katara.
Katara.
Yeah, oh my God.
There you go.
No, why is the light on? Why is the light turning on? Do you want to turn it up back on?
Yeah. Actually.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Intermission in the first 6 minutes.
A few moments later.
Now going back to like the actual topic of today. So I guess I came up with the idea of like moving on when we were just having conversations. Now we're in our 3rd year of university, and like we see a lot of changes, especially this semester, you know, coming back from COVID. You know, just as we're growing older, we're experiencing more different relationships and friend dynamics, and with that we're also letting go and moving on from people. So when I mean moving on, I just don't mean relationship type stuff or like romantic pairings. Sorry, I got that like chill thing. Okay. I just mean also like relationships in terms of friendships, other like atmospheres, and just friend dynamics, you know. Have you guys been experiencing that lately? Having to move on from like different friend groups, whether it's like outgrowing them or just like life and stuff like that?
I can go first. Yeah, definitely. I feel like as you get older, it gets just like more and more common, like losing friends and losing like relationships.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely agree. The other day I was actually going through my archives on my own Instagram, and I remember back in like high school, I was getting like 350 likes. Like everyone was my best friend. And like now, like my circles are way smaller, and I think like kind of makes sense. You keep like the more real people that have actually like seen you like grow up and kind of go through those ups and downs, and that's who you keep around.
Do you like that? Like, do you like you have a smaller circle now, or I guess a better circle in a way, if that makes sense?
I
Or
think, yeah, because I think it's like a lot more of time, like quality time rather than just like quantity of like time you just like spent with other people. It's like a lot of like time you enjoy doing what you love and like,
Mhm.
yeah, the company you're
Yeah.
with.
Do you guys also realize like in birthdays, like when we were in high school, junior high, like everyone, would like wish you happy birthday or stuff like that.
Yeah.
And now it's only like, your close friends, which I really like to be honest, because those are like the opinions I kind of care more about, like people who I actually genuinely want to surround myself with.
Yeah.
So I think that was pretty cool. Like, you see the change in that.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
yeah. And then what I wanted to touch up on was like just moving on from like friendships and stuff when you're younger to like right now. So like what was your younger perception of like moving on? Like, when you'd see like friends break up or like relationships, what did you guys think? Like I remember I was just like, no, why can't they just be together forever and ever? That's kind of my mindset in a way. When I was really young, I'm not like that anymore.
Yeah, same. Like when I was young, I was like, oh, why would they like break up or like why would they stop being friends? Like that means they were never real ones, like they were like fake from the start. And it used to like devastate me, like especially like losing friends. I used to be like, oh my God, like my life is over. But now I realize that like breakups and like friendship breakups, like both relationships and friendships. I just said like the same thing twice. But anyway, like yeah, breakups are just like a normal part of life. Like it's not the end of the world. Like of course it still hurts, but like, life goes on.
Hmm.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely agree with that. I think it used to be like a lot more like sadder, like kind of different kind of way. Like now it like obviously hurts, but it was like, oh no, like it's like one last friend that I have in my life. But I think like as you grow older, you realize your like time is like so much more valuable and like you're just more valuable. Like if someone doesn't want to be in your life, then like why would you keep them around? Like, like just having that value for yourself.
I for sure feel that. Like, I think one good thing about it is that there's like no fakeness. You're kind of just like, I love just being genuine with my friends, having that. Like, I can't imagine myself being fake. I hate putting off that like energy and stuff like that. So I think like narrowing down like friends who are you really see yourself surrounding with and like are good people. I think that's important too. And yeah, so now like I guess we can kind of dig into like our perception of like friends throughout the years and like relationships. So like where are your guys' like elementary school friends now? Do you guys have any idea? Do you guys remember anything?
I went to like two elementaries. Like the first elementary I went, like back then, like no one had like iPods or like nothing. Only like a few people had like social media, like iMessage and stuff like that. So like I don't know any of them. Like I don't like had any contact with any of them because I also like moved neighborhoods, right? So I don't. Yeah, like literally zero contact. But then the second elementary school, I'm actually like still like friends with a lot of those people. Maybe not like as close as we used to be, but like like if I see their story, I'll be like, oh my God, like this is so cool. Or like, if we like see each other like at school or something, I'll be like, oh hey, like what's up?
Yeah, I think I definitely agree with Doria like on the second part because I think that's just how Calgary works. Like people you go to elementary with, like if you live in the same neighborhood, you kind of like tend to be with them all the way till high school. So like although I like don't talk to a lot of people from my elementary, I still like know what they're doing and like have them on Instagram and I've kind of like seen them grow up as well because we just went through like the same like junior high, high school, like everything. Yeah.
Makes sense.
What about you?
For me, it's a bit different because I didn't do elementary school here. I only did like half of grade six, or like that's when I moved to Calgary actually. So almost all my elementary friends are like from Toronto and Montreal. And I mean, I still like follow a few. I think what's really weird is one time, like 2 weeks ago, I saw one of my elementary school friends on my TikTok For You page from Montreal. And I was like, I was so shocked. I was like, you'd never think you'd ever see this person again. And then I was like, she looks familiar. And then I checked her Instagram and I was like, oh my God, I thought that was really cool. Like someone I was like close with. I think social media definitely does help because the friends I do have in Montreal and Toronto, I do follow some of their Instagrams. That's about it. Yeah, I think like since I moved a lot when I was young, even in Toronto and Montreal, I did move quite a bit, and in Calgary. So that's why like I was kind of used to letting go and moving on. Like I wasn't really like caught up or like clingy to friendships or anything like that because like I knew I would just move again. That was like my perception up until like grade 8, I would say. So that's why it wasn't too hard for me, and I kind of like that background in a way because I was exposed to a lot of people and a lot of different cultures and atmospheres, and I thought that kind of is where I am now. So Do you guys have anything else to add to the elementary school stuff?
Not really. What about you?
I have like something to add like about what you said about like moving on and like moving to different schools and stuff. I used to like literally think that was like the end of the world. So depressed, like especially coming from like Bangladesh to like here. I was so depressed like leaving my friends and like my family. And then I like I mentioned before, like I went to 2 elementary schools. I was so sad leaving like the first elementary school. But like now like we talked about it before, like I'm so much more used to change. Like I'm not like it's the end of the world. Like it's just life, you know, moving
That's true,
on,
that's true.
change.
Yeah.
Now I actually want to touch up on junior high friends, but I mean like I feel like are your elementary school friends similar to your junior high friends?
Mine are the same actually, cause like
How about you? Are yours the same?
Yes or no? I think I met a lot of like new people in junior high.
Mhm.
I don't know, cause like our junior high like got a lot of little like feeder elementary schools. So I met a lot of like Brentwood school people. And like which elementary did you go to?
Captain John.
Yeah, Captain John Palace. So like a lot of those kids were like at our like junior high too. So yeah.
I think it was actually I think junior high because that's when I was more like for the first time like had a solid foundation where I was like, okay, this is like the time where I thought, okay, I'm not gonna move again. But for grade 8, I remember, yeah, like I don't know, I don't think I talked to anyone from grade 8, but it's like always that mutual connection. Like I know, like I had this solid friend group in grade 8, and it was like I think such a pivotal point for my friendship dynamics because that's when I was like, oh my god, like I have this group, you know. Obviously I had friends before, but they'd always like come and go because like I'd leave and stuff like that. But that was the first time where I was like, dang, like you know, I have this like really solid group, fun, you know, amazing thing where we do like everything together, and it was just chaotic energy, and we just like be together 24/7. And I don't really talk to a lot of them, but I think I mean they all follow my Instagram, and what's really nice is like sometimes they like comment back on my stories or like I do the same, so it's always that mutual thing, but definitely not that closeness, which I think is okay. So I do appreciate that relationship I formed then because I think that shaped a lot of what I am during like high school and even now, you know, finding that foundation. And I think that was my junior high thing. How about you guys? Or I guess if you're already...
Yeah, I don't know. Junior high was just like
I love junior high though. It was
Really?
it was like I don't know, the junior high I went to and the class I was in grade 8, like no one cared, you know, like we were all friends with each other, like it was a whole family.
That's true.
Yeah.
And like,
Same.
yo, I was so ugly back then. Like,
the slip-on hijab.
if you've looked at pictures of me, like, okay, before grade 12 is bad enough. You should see before grade 9. Like, it's atrocious. It's disgusting, okay? Like, my fashion made no sense. Literally slip-on hijabs for a whole year. And even that, I think no one gave a no one cared. Everyone was just, like, together. And I think I love the wholesomeness, you know? Stuff like popularity didn't matter. And there was no, like, awkward or weird tension because we were all just, like, young and just, you know,
Yeah.
having a fun time.
Yeah, like just to add on to that, like I feel like junior high was like innocence. Like, you
Yeah,
know, like
yeah,
nobody
definitely.
cared about like, oh, why are you hanging out with that guy so much or anything.
Yeah.
It's like everybody was like a big family. It's like, hey,
Yeah,
what's up? Yeah, and like assemblies and like we're always like unlocking
Yeah.
a
Like,
memory.
school
Oh my
dances.
God.
Yeah, school dances.
I-
Junior high grad. I don't know. That was like
Yeah. I miss the wholesomeness.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I miss the wholesomeness. That was such a fun time. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. That was about it. How about like do you guys want to add anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then what do you guys moving on to junior high? How about high school? What do you guys think your high school like? I know some of our friends like you know they like left to different unis or they're like or some of them are like literally in different provinces. So how has that dynamic been?
Yeah, I think I can start off with that. Like, my two close friends, like one left to like another country and one left to like all the way to the other side of like Canada. So I definitely like they're not like with me. Like obviously they're not in Calgary, but I think like as you grow older, you realize like distance and like leaving schools and like growing apart doesn't mean like end of friendship. Like it's really easy to hold on to, and it's like just people you want in your life. You like make that effort, like no matter like how far they are, and like just kind of stay connected. Especially like social media nowadays, like it's so easy to do that. Yeah.
You want to give a shout out?
Yeah, shout out for Mesa and yeah.
Just for
I said and too.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah.
Do you want to go now? Like in terms?
Wait, what was the question?
That's okay. I like Loki forgot to. No, I was like,
High
how?
school.
Where are your high school friends now? Because you know some of them like
Oh.
moved on to different universities or provinces.
I'm
yeah,
Maria's high school friend.
Yeah, last semester, grade 12. Yeah, I feel like we talked about before, like my circle was like a lot bigger and like now it's like a lot smaller and like there's no beef or anything. It's just like, you know, like you get busier as you get older and like stuff like that. And then about like friends moving across the country or whatever, I feel like I've actually gotten closer to people who've like moved across the country or like one person. It's not people.
No, I know you're that way.
Yeah. Cause like you actually have to like make an effort. Like if you want someone in your life and they're no longer like an everyday part of your life, like just cause they go to the same school as you or whatever, you have to like actually make an effort. Like you have to like call them or like text them and like ask how they've been doing and stuff like that, right? And I think that actually makes the friendship stronger because then it's like your choice of being close. It's not like proximity that's making it close.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like that's what it was in high school. Like you just saw like the same people over and over every day. So you're like, oh yeah, we're like friends. But it's like people like now you're putting like the effort in for because like even though like I have friends in like business at like UFC per se, right? I'm like not close to them because I just like don't want to be.
That's a long distance relationship itself.
Yeah.
Why is the light on again?
I'll close it.
Okay, yeah. Sorry guys, intermission part 2. But yeah, no, that's a long distance itself, bro. Yeah, like
I agree. Sorry.
no, go on. What were you saying?
Yeah, I was just saying like people you want to make an effort for, you will, regardless of if they're in the same city or if they're like not. You know.
Yeah, I think for me too. Like I had quite a lot of friends who went to other unis. Like I know one went to Ontario, the other one's like Alberta, and then yeah, like Ontario was a big one. But I mean, I think like yeah, social media, going back to that, it helps so much because even yeah, I'm supposed to catch up with some of them soon, so I'm really excited because it's been a while. But I think like I realized whenever we do catch up, it feels like time hasn't passed. That's what I love. Like I think it's you know it's been like 6, 7, 8 months, and we talk again, and it's just like you know we're here with more stuff to talk about. You like that relationship. Yeah, I think that's been pretty cool. I also like seeing the change in people. I think I've seen some of them like kind of become more like their full potential. Do you get what I mean? Like I see more like them more in their atmosphere and like, you know, achieving their goals and stuff. And I think that's pretty cool seeing that, you know. And that's kind of it for high school. And I mean, a lot of our high school people did go to UFC, so we kind of see them a lot here and there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you have anything else to add to that?
Oh, I just had one thing. I also feel like in high school it's like easier to have things in common with people because like you're all taking the same classes, you're all like experiencing the same things, like oh like there's a fight in the cafeteria or something like that. You know what I mean? But like once you get out into uni, like everyone, not even just uni, like people don't go to uni or like you know
Yeah, I do
like
other stuff.
there's just like so many different things that like, people are doing. It's like harder to have stuff in common, and I feel like that's why like your circle also gets smaller because like you lose like that relatability with people, and then you actually have to find like people you like because you can't like relate to them anymore. So you
That's
know.
true. That's true. I've noticed that too. Like you just can't relate to them, you know, and they can't relate to you. You know, it's like a both-sided thing sometimes. But I mean, going on to the next part, I think this is gonna be kind of fun. Relationships, romantic relationships. Damn, I didn't plan this one through. I kind of just thought we'd wing it. But how do you guys think the evolution of relationships has been, romantic relationships, throughout the years? I don't even know what to say.
We can like come up with questions now.
Yeah. No, I had stuff in mind, but I'm still kind of like lost if whatnot and stuff. But I don't know. I think one thing I've noticed is like the shift in like talking about relationships from like junior high to now. I think like junior high for me was more of like a fun flirtatious type thing, you know, like haha, this person was like looking at you, he's like in love with you. Sorry. But it'd be like that kind of comments. And then high school, I think like grade 11, I was so closed off, so I didn't have like feelings for like that whole year. And even like grade 10, I was just so focused on like school and other stuff happening and whatnot. So that's why like I don't think relationship stuff really got to me until like grade 12, and then much more I feel like in uni. Do you guys think like the same, like where that like it's no longer like these like fun flirtatious like innocent stuff, it's like actually a bit more serious?
Yeah, it's like a lot more than just like liking someone. Like you have to like put up with someone. Not like put up with someone, but like
Put in effort.
yeah, put in effort and like actually like be there for them through like things happening in their lives. I don't know, it's like actually like a commitment now. Before it was like, oh, we'll just like see each other at school every day and like call each other like, hey, like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I lost my train of thought.
It's okay. I lost my train of thought too.
I was like the opposite. Like, you know how you said you never like thought about boys? Like I was like I was like insane. Like not like insane, but like it was like my like break from school. Like when I wasn't like working, I used to be like, oh my god, like this person texted me.
I think it's because a lot of my friends were in IB.
Oh,
I wasn't in IB,
yeah,
but
I
like
was in
somehow
IB.
I ended up in that. I mean, I don't mind it. I loved my friend group in high school, but yeah, they were definitely more like the academic. Like even when they did like guys, it was very like practical. It was like, oh, this person's not gonna match this compatibility, and I was like, what is happening?
They pulled up the MBTI back in high school.
Yeah, so that's why it was never like it didn't get into like that feeling stuff until much later on when we were more like relaxed. Grade 11, we were just on like school crack, bro. Like every single day, I would just like study, and like yeah, the grade 11 though, that was a bad time. I don't like remembering it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My friend group was like the opposite. Like we were like grind, but like I don't know, we talked about like boys all the time. Like like before someone got a boyfriend, I would know about that person for like months.
I think it's because no one in my group got into a relationship until grade 12.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? Like we're all like newbies. We don't know what the going on. Like I don't know, like we did talk about guys, but it was never like a big portion. Like it never was like an indicator or like a driving force to our conversations. It was kind of like a side thing, you know, here and there. I was like, oh, this person's yeah. How about you?
We like obviously talked about guys like, oh, this guy's cute, but it was never like intense, like, oh my god, guys are like the end all be all. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I think seeing that dynamic shift was pretty interesting. I mean, okay, what's really weird is in high school, my friend group never talked about guys, but junior high, oh my god, that's all we talked about. Like, I think, do you guys remember your first crushes?
First crush was like kindergarten. This girl.
Damn, bro, I was just gonna say Aladdin.
Oh, okay, if we're talking like that's Zuko.
Oh, Zuko.
Zuko,
Yeah.
I agree. Zuko was
Third
attractive.
season
You found
Zuko.
Zuko more attractive than
Yeah.
Aladdin?
Dude, it's the broken quality. I'm
I
sorry.
hated the
It's
broken
the
quality.
emotional damage.
It's the emotional damage. I don't know. I liked how like quiet he was. He was like
Yeah.
mysterious.
He was so unintentionally funny though. He was like, "Hi, Zuko here."
Yeah. I like his smirk. Do you remember? I don't know. I just like
Yeah.
remember. It's like
When I was young and like innocent and fun, I wanted like Aladdin type, you know, like the
not me always wanting the
I thought
emotional.
Aladdin was like kind of a player. I was like,
maybe.
I know. I think like yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I just remember I was like, wow.
I don't know, man. I don't remember.
It's
I think of
okay.
the character. I can't think of anyone. Ross Lynch.
I agree. I loved Austin. Talking about
Dylan O'Brien was like there. Like
Yeah.
we were pretty young. Like
100%. I think like honestly, I feel like I wonder what the guys' perspectives are. Like, do you think it's like Princess Jasmine, Cinderella,
Ruby from Max and Ruby.
a rabbit, bro? Yeah, going back to that. So yeah, I think that was really weird. Like, I went from like a dynamic that like that always talked about relationships all the time, and then I went from like that shifting to like
IB
no,
nerds.
yeah, no IB. Yeah, but I liked it. I think that really helped me because I think like I'm really glad I didn't start a relationship like early on. Like, I'm really grateful for that because I think like I don't know. I'm like looking back at like previous crushes. I'm like so glad none of them worked out. You know, I think it like everything happens for a reason. Like whether it's like they're not good for you or you're not good for them. It's just that dynamic. I'm like glad it didn't work out. So how about you guys? Are you guys like happy stuff didn't work out?
Yeah.
What was that? Yeah.
Having stroke.
Okay, cut my part out, Ray. Go first.
Gosh.
And do you regret? Like, are you like happy things ended like when
Like-
they did?
Like
and how-
moving on and stuff. Like, are you glad that like that relationship ended or?
Yeah, definitely. There's like not a single person that I had feelings for in high school that I would wanna date now.
I really said that.
Well, not because they're
Yeah.
bad people. It's just like
You don't see yourself with them, right?
Yeah, like I feel like my standards in high school were like literally we just have good conversation. Like that was my standard. But now like growing up, like I realized like you have to be more compatible than that.
Yeah, because you're spending the rest of your life.
MBTI, make them do an MBTI.
Exactly.
Yeah, true, it's true. How about you? Do you have any? My head's kind of empty.
Yeah, me too. I keep forgetting what you
Just
say,
say.
but I remember this time. I haven't like felt a shift because like we've always like talked about relationships and stuff because like my friends like they dated in like high school and stuff, so like it's like it was like always really pretty normal. But now like I agree, it's gotten like more serious. Like
Mature.
yeah, because like we were just talking about this. Like a lot of the people that we know that are getting engaged, like they met when they were our age. So like we have to like consider that stuff now, you know? Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that is true. But I think they are a bit older now.
mhm.
But I mean, don't worry, guys. We'll have our time,
Mhm.
whatever that may be. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of couples do meet in different time periods, you know? Like, I
Yeah.
mean, I told you guys this before, but yeah, like, my parents met when they were, like, in their 30s. And I was like, the heck? Like, what were you guys doing for 34 years? I was like, what were you guys doing? Who knows?
That's nice though, because your parents can never force you.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's, yeah, I don't know. Even, like, when I was young, like, really, really young, I never thought that, like, oh, in my 20s, I have to meet someone. Because I think it was ingrained in me that, like, since my parents met when they were late, like, it's okay for me to, like, take that time to, like, genuinely, like, find someone. And I guess also in my family, I was thinking, I was looking more into it. Like, my cousins, extended family, they're all, like, in their 30s, you know? I was like, okay, maybe that's just a pattern, you know, who knows? Yeah, like, because I have cousins right now who are, like, in their late 20s. They're just chilling, like, in terms of relationships. And I think that's, like, pretty cool because they're really focused on their careers and they're doing really well. So,
Yeah.
pretty cool, pretty cool. How about you guys? Do you guys think that, like, there's a certain age for everything? And
No, I don't think there's a certain age for anything. But I think like what you said like about your cousins, like I think it's good to like focus on yourself and like kind of like grow yourself to like the best version of yourself you can be. And then like whoever comes is like attracted to your like self, like working on yourself. Kind of. I don't know if that
Like,
makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
That
'cause
thing we were talking. Oh, sorry, what were you going to say?
I was gonna say like the like don't chase, like you know, when you like kind of like attract.
Positive affirmations.
Exactly. Yeah. Because if you're like always like looking and like not improving yourself, you know, like I don't know, the chasing.
That's true. That's true. I think like we kind of steered the conversation away from moving on a bit, but going back to moving on, like even in terms of like friendships, are you guys kind of like glad that those ended in that way? You know, yeah, I know sometimes it can be hard because I haven't really, what is it, been through like the romantic relationship moving on part. I've been more in like the friendship moving on thing. So have you guys been in that dynamic where you like are sad or feel the change, if that makes sense?
Do you want me to answer for relationships or friendships?
Both. Both.
Both? Okay. For relationships, like I'm not sad at all. Like once I get over, like at least for me, like once I get over someone, like I'll never like look back. Like that's it, you know.
That's really good.
And like it's not like a beefy type of way. It's just like I'm done. Like that was a phase of my life, and now I moved on. But like for friendships, I feel like there's like only two ways like a friendship ends, right? Like you either drift or you cut them off. The people I've cut off, I've never looked back. Like, I'm glad they're out of my life. Again, no beef, but like, it's just like we're different people, right? The people I've drifted with, I still feel like sad about those because it's like I never had a conclusive end. Like, I'm still like, oh, like what went wrong? Like, why are we not friends anymore, you know? Like some of the people I've drifted with, I don't really think about that much. And then some of the people I'm like, oh, like I really miss like what we had, you know?
Do you feel the same?
Yeah, kind of. Obviously, it's like sad losing friends, and like kind of like what Rhea said, it's like why did we end? We were like so great together, but like kind of like what we've been talking about this whole time, like you know, like if there's like no effort being put in like both ways, then like what's the point? You know, it's like always gonna be one-sided.
I think what hurts a lot is like when you see it, like you can feel the relationship ending before it ends. This is like before like the conclusion or whatever. But when you see it like happening, when you see them putting less effort, you're the one making plans, you're the one doing this and that, and then you're just like, oh, like you can feel it ending, and then that hurts. That hurts.
Yeah, like adding on to that, like I think like personally I'm a really like vibes and like energy kind of person, and like when like a friendship's like ending, you can feel like the energy, it's like not the same, like you know, like the excitement and like just like how it feels and everything, and like it hurts because you've had like those highs with like those people, you know, like some of the best times, and then like it's not the same.
Are you like glad your romantic relationships like ended in a way, or stuff like that?
I'm trying to think of a way that's like not too personal.
God's plan.
I was literally just about to say
Yeah,
that. I
God's
actually have
plan.
a good answer.
Okay, go.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, because I think like God's plan and like the right timing and stuff. So like who's meant to be in your life will like stay in your life. Actually, I don't want to say God's plan. It's like getting like too religious, you know?
No, I mean a lot of
okay,
people
you know-
say Drake's
you know-
album.
Oh yeah, true, true.
No, I'd say like whatever whatever's supposed to happen will happen. Like, you know, like whatever meant for you will like find
will
it.
stay.
Yeah.
That does touch a lot of religious stuff. Because I think some people don't believe in that. Like,
It's like too
I don't know. Like, I guess we did touch up on like romantic relationships and just like friendships in general. Of like moving on. I know it's kind of vague, but then again, I don't think we want to go too personal. I think we did quite a good balance. I guess now, like, how do you guys feel about the future? Like, you know, like optimism. Like for me, it's like, and for other people who are watching who haven't been in that first thing, you know, haven't gone through that first time of like relationships or like first love, if that makes sense. I'm excited. I mean, I don't know who that person is, but I mean, I don't want to know yet, but I think it's really fun to look forward to, you know, like, I guess some of my friends also and me, we haven't seen each other in that. Sorry. Yeah, you guys are here.
A few moments later.
This part out. Okay, sorry guys, we had to relocate because we didn't book the rooms properly. That's why we're like on the top floor of this library. But yeah, where did we last touch on like optimism and stuff, right?
Oh yeah, like the future. What are you looking forward to? Yours is cute.
Oh, yeah,
finding
yeah.
that love.
Oh, that sounds kind of cringe. Sorry, guys. Cringed. But I think that's gonna be fun because I think now, like, since I like have been living through my friends' experiences, and I've had a lot of like time to learn and like actually understand relationships more now and become much more self-aware. I think that will definitely help. You know, because like I don't know, I look at breakups too, and I'm like, dang, do I really want to go through that? Do you guys have anything?
I'm like excited to just like meet new people. Like in my 20s, I want to meet like new people because I feel like I've known like the same people like my whole life and like I love them and everything. But I want to like you know, like I want to meet new people. Like I want to go out into the world and like see what's out there, like new friendships, new relationships, you know.
True.
Facts. Yeah.
Hopefully not relationships plural, just one.
You know, I think what you said, friendships. I'm excited for that. You
Yeah,
know,
for
meeting
sure.
different people, going to different places. I think that'll be
Yeah.
really fun.
Yeah, I think you guys both made a really good point. We've like been with the same people since high school and like even our university, it's like basically all of our high school people here. Like just meet new people, new friendships, you know, find a ride or die.
I think what's also fun is seeing the dynamic. Like I know my friends haven't seen me in that relationship environment or like, you know, so I think that's gonna be fun, you know, seeing me in a different lens. I don't know, I feel like it'd be weird being coming up because I'm like that token single friend. You know, that person that like friends come to for advice when they're going through problems with their boyfriends, and I'm like, I have this like clear mind where I don't really have that feeling attached to that relationship. I'm like, do this, do that, you know. But then I don't know, it'd be weird like me coming up to my friends and telling them about stuff or I don't know. It's a dynamic I haven't had before, so it's gonna be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine like you coming to us with like relationship problems. You're like, he said this. I can't imagine. But I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited
I think
too.
it's gonna be really cool.
It is gonna be cool.
He said ILY in lowercase and not
It's a-
caps. What does that mean?
It's a GM. It's like a good morning.
What is
No, I've
this?
been taking notes. It's so funny because I've been taking like not like physical notes, mental notes. I'm like, I should do this and that, not be caught up in this and that, you know. But then I'm like, what if I just get into a relationship and all of that just goes away? Like just years of like, you know, going in on like cues and stuff. That it's all just taken out just by one person, and I'm just like starting from scratch. I mean, I am, but like, you know, in terms of like how I see relationships, I think just seeing where everyone ends up, you know, with like friend groups, relationships. I think that's gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited about like internship. Is that too much information?
No, it's
for me?
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, internship year, we're like not gonna be like depressed in uni taking like courses, you know, but like
I'm
actually
so
be like
tired.
happy, like, you know, like real life, you know. There's like actually like so much to look forward to this year because we're like actually gonna be like independent like adults, like, you know, like getting paid full-time hours and like
Inshallah.
you know, inshallah,
Yeah. I think that's gonna be that's why like obviously moving on is hard. You know, you're in different atmosphere, different people, different things. It's hard. Change is hard, regardless of how good you think you're adaptable to it. Like, I mean, I moved a lot, but even change is hard sometimes. But you know, obviously that does open a lot of doors for so many other things, much, much better things. So I think that's gonna be something everyone will be like, you know, look forward to. And there's that thing like that's like going back to like romantic relationships. It's like you're one heartbreak closer to like you're finding the one. But yeah, that about what were we gonna talk about? Advice on how to move on from that stuff.
We should each go and give a tip.
I don't
have a
know.
tip? No. I think a tip is to find a hobby, you know, like spend some alone time, like, you know, like you don't need to like always rely on someone to always like be there and do. I feel like that's hard for me to do because I'm a very extroverted person, so I love people, but I think like spending alone time is really necessary.
How about you?
I think you need to like give yourself time to like mourn, because like if you don't deal with your emotions will deal with you. So you need to like, I think it's good to like be sad, like watch sad movies, you know,
Crying.
like
Crying is very
cry yourself to
important.
sleep.
Yeah.
Or like talk to your friends, like rant. I think that's really good. But you also need to be like disciplined. Like you can't like be in that hole forever. Like at one point you need to tell yourself like, okay, I need to get up now. Like I need to like move on with my life. And like that doesn't mean like you get over whoever you're trying to get over, like whether it be a friendship or like a relationship or whatever, right? But like that just means like you start like getting your life together again, like focusing on school, focusing on yourself, you know, like finding a hobby or like anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I also think music really helps a lot. Oh, I have a song recommendation. Can I give a song
Yeah.
recommendation?
Oh,
Okay, it's called Your Heart by Joyner Lucas, but you have to listen to the whole song, okay? You have to wait until J. Cole's verse. and
Oh,
then
J. Cole's in it. Nice,
You'll
nice.
you'll feel like a boss, or like if you're a guy, you'll also feel like a boss too.
Yeah, guys can girl boss too,
Yeah.
you know?
Girl boss.
Yeah. What is it, girl boss, gatekeep, gaslight? They can do that too. Yeah, advice from my end. I don't know, for me, I guess since I am an optimistic person, even if I go through stuff where it's like moving on from relationships, I always have that feeling that's like there's gonna be more doors out there, you know? Like I had some friendships not end, but like, you know, distance myself. And if that didn't happen, I mean, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here with you guys, you know? Like I feel like it opened doors to so many things. Or not even that, I just feel like some stuff just aligns, you know? Even if that relationship doesn't end, you know, you just find people who you're more compatible with. I don't know, I guess I'm just looking at it from like an optimistic lens, like just being excited to like find stuff later on. I think that's good.
Yeah, I think life's just gonna go on.
Yeah.
We sound like we're in our 30s, divorced, you know, with our cats in like a solo apartment. But I don't know. I guess to be honest, this topic I feel like would be greater if we're like much older.
Yeah,
We're very young, so that's why I'm like thinking about this and I'm like, was this the best choice of topic? So,
I feel like it's still good to like
reflect.
reflect, because like when you're young, like it's like a scientific thing, like you feel your emotions like more strongly. So I feel like the perspective we have now, like it's so different from like moving on in your 50s, right? I think this is like important too.
Who knows? Maybe we'll do like a part 2 when we're like 30 years old, 10 years
Divorce,
from now.
no.
Hey, no divorce. Hey, your MBTI says you'll be the least satisfied. So
in
So
marriages.
I'll be the one giving the moving on advice.
Yeah, I actually think that'd be pretty fun. In 10 years, I'll pick
You
you
will
guys
do
up.
another
I mean,
one? We'll
yeah.
still be together.
we'll
Don't
still be
worry.
together.
We'll be in San Fran together.
There we go.
That'd be pretty cool. But yeah,
My man's is gonna be a software engineer. I'm saying it right now.
you know what would be so funny? Imagine in 10 years your man is not in software and in San Fran, he'll be looking like that, like the standing emoji, like Fatima, you sure you're in love with me?
We'll see.
Yeah. Have you felt like your guys' type have changed throughout the years? Ever since, like,
No.
let's say junior high?
No.
Well, I don't
Oh,
know.
actually,
Kinda what
your
I mean.
type didn't change.
Yeah, my type didn't change. I can't see stuff.
Me trying to think to all your types.
Exactly.
Yeah, I wish it did, because I feel like I would be open to... I mean, you don't know what the future holds, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Go from
That's
optimism.
kind of exciting, like how you said it today.
It's
like,
exciting.
Like, you know, where are we gonna be in like 5 years,
Yeah.
10 years? You know?
I know.
I think like each new thing is like more exciting than the last.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I read this quote, and it was like the happiest you've ever been won't be like the happiest you'll ever be. Like imagine like the best time of your life. Like that's not gonna be like the best time. You know, it's gonna be better than that.
That's true.
Yeah, that was like kind of cool.
I think one thing it's like I used to think like in a similar mindset, like if I achieve this, if I do this, I'll be like happy if I do that and that. But then I'm like, no, guys, I just have to like we have to
Yeah.
live in the moment, or like
Yeah.
try to make the best out of the situation you're in, because you can't change that, right?
Yeah.
And even if like stuff like problems, they will never go away regardless. New ones will come up, different ones will come up.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I don't know what this, but he's like, yeah, once I finish like my undergrad and like I pay like I do this and this and I'll be rich, then I can finally be happy. I'm like, bruh, what about like till you get there? Like,
You're
what
like
if
the
you never-
years you're like,
yeah, like losing, you know, like these are supposed to be the best years. But
yeah.
You can't like wait around for life to start. Like it already started.
started, yeah,
Like,
like
this is your life.
yeah,
have
I
to
gotta make the
move
best. Yeah,
Yeah.
move on.
I think yeah, like that's what you said, life doesn't stop.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like you have to appreciate like every stage of your life. Like even if it's hard, like as uni students right now, like we're like not struggling with school, but like you know what I mean. Like,
I'm
it's
struggling with
struggling.
school. I know what you want from Rhea.
like it's just like really hard, you know, like all these late nights and like grinding for like you know edge and stuff, but like it's still like a part of like our life that we should be like grateful, well not like grateful
Grateful for, yeah.
like this is like a unique experience. Like we're hanging out at the library right now, you know, like we're in our 20s, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean, like it's just like the college experience, like you know.
Like we'll miss this thing, you know.
Yeah,
Obviously, we'll create new memories and new experiences, you know, because like moving on and stuff. But we'll definitely miss like these small things, because I already missed first year.
Yeah,
So
for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I think that about wraps it up. Do you guys have any last comments to say?
We should do our types, like we should list our types.
Ooh, I kind of don't want to do that because I feel like I want to leave it to like a
Ooh,
mystery.
okay.
To be
Yeah,
honest,
for-
if you know me, if you're like a close friend of mine, you already know what my type is.
Yeah, exactly.
I
That,
feel like personality though.
yeah, like personality.
Oh really?
I mean, okay, I don't know.
She, not her gatekeeping her type.
That's not. No, I just feel like I feel like you can get that impression. Like, what you?
For sure. I'm definitely going for. Okay, cut this part out. You
Yeah,
can
yeah.
take it next.
I feel like for me, like I've told you guys before, like my biggest thing is like I just want to be like entertained in life. Like I just want to be with like a fun person who like takes me to do like new things, or like they're just like funny. That's like my biggest thing. I need someone who's like funny, like a good sense of humor. Like they don't take themselves too like seriously, you know. Like still seriously, like it's in terms of like school and stuff and like the career, but like their personality is like very easygoing and banter.
What's that?
Like
you know, like joking around.
yeah,
and
like
stuff.
insulting each other.
Oh, so like
Yeah.
Jake and Amy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
like,
Jake and Amy.
I think everyone I know wants that relationship.
I want to- yeah.
I love that dynamic. If we don't have banter, then I'm sorry, bro. It's
Yeah.
and also I don't know if this is like too much, but like I don't want someone who's like misogynistic.
Yeah.
I cannot. Like if you have any like if you train in like a certain way, or like
Yeah.
if you just have like certain worldviews, like sorry,
Yeah.
like, no.
Dude, I think that's really important. Like I feel like for me, coming from something, what is it? Like, sorry, these notifications.
It's okay. We're not gonna.
No, just like the noise will pop up.
Oh.
But yeah, go on. What were you talking about?
Misogynistic. That's true.
Yeah.
Sting.
I think culture is it's a factor.
Like, look at us. We come from brown families. Like
That's true, that's true,
I
you know.
feel
I think
like
you can still blame
you're
them.
gonna
Like,
keep that.
Yeah.
these are
Honestly.
like grown people. Like you can formulate your own opinions. Yes, it'll be harder if like your environment growing up was like
Actually, yeah,
like,
you're
like
right. You're
that.
right. You're right.
But you're 20
Something,
something.
exactly.
Like, you shouldn't like you can formulate your own opinions. And like even me like I used to have like some like not good opinions, right? But then I grew up, I educated myself, and like you know.
Yeah. And honestly, just like research, like just don't say things, like you know, like we're not saying like
I know.
we're completely right. We all each own our old opinions, but like research, you know, like actually don't just say stuff. 'cause
Respectful, you know.
yeah, just be respectful and like
I
people
think-
don't have to like agree with like each other. Like okay.
No, I have anything. Do you have anything to say? Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, my type. Okay, I think I've really been into the Chandler obsession, but just because he's like, I like his like funniness and like how he just has like that quick wit, and then yeah, I don't know, nothing too specific, just kind of working on like what I need, and
I think it's something like as you
You-
learn
yeah,
more,
as you keep-
you understand. Like I don't know, like if I were to name a celebrity, I only know like a Korean actor who's like the closest I can get to my type. But I don't. You guys don't know him. It's like Jung Hae-in.
I think you
Yeah, I talked about it. Since I am a lot of like energy sometimes, and then sometimes I'm like, you know, trying to see if that's too much or not. That's why I feel like if I have someone like me or more, like it will just be insane.
insane.
Like, so that's why I think I'm more on the INFJ, INFP side, if that makes sense. Yeah.
That's me. We should date.
Yeah.
Great. I'm just kidding.
No, I'm not doing great. I'm saying like the.
You know, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah. No, I don't know. Yeah. I think I agree with Rhea. I think I want some extroverted.
Yeah,
like, I don't know.
exactly.
Like, just like to do things.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You can still do things with introverts.
And yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I need some. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I mean, like, okay, no, introverts, they just, like, are more, like, calm, collected. But they're still, like, really, really fun. Like, I mean, the 3 people from my group, they're introverts, and they're, like, hella fun.
Yeah, for
I feel
sure.
like I'm calm and collected, so like I like like it's like you said you want someone to ground you. I'm the ground for someone else.
Oh,
Like
okay.
me.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Remember?
2 best friends.
Okay, no, but what was I gonna say? Yo, you know when you said that like my personality was your type? I was kind of like shocked, like just in general, because I always thought my personality repulsed guys. What?
No.
No. Okay, you need to watch New Girl because I feel like you're like Jess.
Is that the main girl?
That's the main girl.
Really?
She's like super bubbly, and, like super
Oh.
outgoing. I feel like you're kind of like Jess. She gets like so many guys.
I feel like no, I feel like my personality has repulsed guys more than it is attracted.
I think there's just bad guys in your life.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know, cause like I've literally been told I was like too much, and I was like,
Bro, who
God
said
damn,
this?
people.
Just say the name.
No,
say
no, no,
the
give me
name.
the
Yeah,
address.
but we're gonna.
I can't say it.
But like whoever said that, that's like a say to like anybody regardless.
Yeah, but I mean, like I
too
understand their perspective. Like I get why. I can be too much. I do talk a lot, and
Yeah, but people who talk really little can be too much too, cause like say something.
it'd be like Ferb from Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah.
He says one sentence and then
Wait, I actually love Ferb.
me
bro.
too. He ended up with Vanessa, like the hottest
Oh,
chick.
that's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
But
I feel like
no, it's okay. I don't know what I was gonna say.
I was just gonna say I feel like something that we all have in common. I feel like we like career driven.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, like someone who has like ambition. Because like I
Yeah.
feel like we're all like really hardworking. So.
I
I'm
don't know.
lazy too.
Okay, no, like lazy,
Like
but
in
like
extent.
we're like doing something, right? Like I talked to someone recently, and they were like, "Yeah, I have like no plan in life." And then I was like, "What do you mean you don't have a plan?" Like it's, but like they said I'm like, "What do you like 20 years old? Like you should be like working towards like something, like you know."
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like it doesn't even have to be like a traditional career path. Like that's
Yeah,
not what I'm
mhm,
saying.
same,
Like in
same.
university or whatever, right? But like just working towards something. Like I
Yeah,
don't know,
like a goal. Like what do you mean you don't have goals in life?
For sure. That's true.
Mhm.
I think that about sums it up.
Yeah, I think we're.
I hope I was as vague. I don't know. I think it was also specific.
No, it was so vague.
Yeah. Okay, let's do an outro or like just an
Okay.
end.
Okay, I think we're all tired right now. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for coming on today's episode. This was definitely a much more softer, it was more of a practical thing. I think I kind of needed that because a lot of the podcasts I've been doing and very too much energy. But I think it's good that we found this ground. Like I liked that it was kind of like more calmer. So what do you guys think of it?
Yeah, I thought it was actually really good. Obviously, there's like lots of balance in the From the Archives podcast series, and like hopefully we'll do another episode where we're like crazy and like you'll
Me
get to see that side of
too.
us, which we usually are. This is kind of like rare.
This is a rare occasion.
yeah.
Holy crap.
Because even when we talk about like sad stuff, we're like crackheads still. Like
Yeah. Oh my god, it was so funny yesterday at night. The text I sent.
Weak moment.
I was having a moment of weakness, guys, and then they were just both like, "No, Farron, you can do this." You're just looking at the.
It was like all caps too. I was
And
like,
it was so many paragraphs.
This was the energy of our group chat.
Yeah, that's about it. So I guess until next time. Bye, guys.
bye.
Okay.